Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we will look at how to actually integrate the Google authentication, Google login and logout system with sessions inside Django application. Django is actually a framework of Python which allows you to build web applications. It's a very popular framework, and we will be showing you how to actually integrate the Google authentication OAuth2 login and show these profile details of a logged in user. You will see this is actually showing the username, display name, email address, and also a logout button as well inside this window. And if I click logout here, I will be successfully log out right here, and I will be redirected back to the login page. So you can now see there is a login with Google button right here. If I close this window, it will automatically redirect me to the login page. It will automatically detect I'm already logged off. So you can see login with Google button is showing right here. So if I just simply click this button, what should happen? It will go to the profile page, it will log me in, and now you can see if I close this window, once again reopen, go to localhost 800 port number, it will detect that I'm already logged in, and it will actually redirect me to the profile page where I can see the display name, email address, and I can even show for a different account as well. If I now go to localhost 800, so you can now see this is actually a different account right here. I can log out. If I show for this account, so you can actually try out for any account right here. You should have a Google account for that to try out. Just go to localhost 800. So now this is actually the button. So if you are doing it for the very first time, it will actually show you this account screen right here. As you click the login with Google button, it will redirect you to the consent screen where you can actually select your Google account right here. So as I select the Google account, you will need to redirect, just allow the permissions. So this you need to do it for the very first time if your account is new. You just need to grant the permission. As you grant the permission right here, your display name, email address will be fetched, and now it will be displayed it right here in the browser. So if I close this here and once again go to the same page, you will see it will automatically detect that I'm already logged in, so it is automatically redirected me to the profile page. You will see that. So we also have the logout button. If I click the logout button, I will be logged out here, but once again if I click login with Google, I don't need to redirect and select my account. It will remember me and I can directly log in right here. So this is actually the sessions. We are also using sessions in Django. You will see as I close the browser, it will automatically redirect me to the, it will automatically detect I am already logged in. So it will storing information in the form of sessions in Django application. So I will show you. So one such package is available in Django, which is actually called as social auth app Django. This is actually the name of the package that we are using for this application. So we are using this package here, pip install social auth app Django. So this is actually the command for installing this module. So this is actually the source code for this project. I will show you step-by-step instruction on how to build this Django project and integrate Google login. So if you are interested in purchasing this source code with full documentation and support, you can go to the description of the link in the video. You will find out the payment link from procodestore.com. You can purchase the full source code. After you purchase it, you will be redirected to Google Drive, where you can actually get this zip file from Google Drive after you make the payment. So I will show you step-by-step instruction, guys, how to build this project and how to integrate Google login. So we will look at it in the next section. So now to get started, guys, we are actually here in my current working directory. So what I will do, I will cd into this directory and I will make a new directory right here, and or I can basically build out the Django project. So you should have Django installed on your machine. So if you don't know about Django, it's actually a framework of Python. It's a very famous framework for building web applications. This is their official website. Django makes it easier to build better web applications more quickly and with less code. So it's a high level framework, and it basically comprises a built-in features, which is admin panel. Everything is built in inside Django, and you should first of all install this framework by using this command pip install Django. So this is actually the command. Let me zoom in. So pip install Django. So just first of all install this package if you are not installed it. So once you install this, there is actually a command line command to actually build out a Django project, which is Django admin. So Django admin comes with the command for creating project for everything. So Django admin followed by, there is a command right here for creating a project, high level project. This is the start project command right here, and followed by your actual project name. So let me call this as Google OAuth2 project. This is actually my project name, Django admin start project followed by the name of the project. So simply enter it. So it will actually create your project. So now you just need to cd onto the project name, which is Google OAuth2 project. So if I show you the directory structure of a basic Django project, if you create it using this command, it will look something like this. There will be this manage.py file. So we actually call this file to actually start the Django web server on port number 8000. And then this is actually the high level project files. init.py is empty. You don't need to worry about it. This is also another file. This is actually the high level settings file of your Django project. So here we will be making some changes for integrating that framework that we will do. urls.py, which actually corresponds to all the URL routes that you will do inside your Django app, and that's all. So these are some of the files of the project files. So now to start this server, it's very easy. You actually call this manage file, python manage.py run server. So this is actually the command python manage py run server. So it will actually start your localhost 800. So you will see that. So it actually started this server. So we can navigate to this address localhost 800. So you will see that it will actually, I think it's already running it. That's why it is. So what we can do, again we can run this. So you can see that this is actually the page that you will see for a newly created Django project. So this is their welcome page. So now if you want to run it on a different port number as well, you can even provide a different port number as well. I think there is this command right here. After that you need to provide the port number. Port is equal to 8001. You can even provide a different port number as well if you don't want to run it on 800. I think 8001 directly you need to pass. So now it will actually run this on 8001. So if you want a different port number, simply provide it as an argument. So now it will actually shift this to 8001. So you can change your port number as well. So now we will look at, guys, how to actually integrate that package that we told you earlier on. This is actually the command for installing that package, which is pip install social auth app Django. So this is actually the package, guys, that we need to install for actually integrating the Google OAuth2 login. So simply install this package, and I have already installed it. So now the first thing you need to do, you need to go to this settings file, which is this, it is located right here, settings.py file, and here you need to first of all tell Django we need to create a, in the directory section right here, just in the template section right here. By default every Django app has its own template, but we will be creating a templates folder right here. For telling it, you just need to, in the duds folder right here, it's an empty array right here, but here we need to simply import the operating system module at the top right here. So just import the operating system module, and right here we need to tell Django that we need to have a high level templates folder. So operating system path join, and here we need to tell the base directory, and it will be located in the templates folder. So we need to create a templates folder where we will be actually storing all our templates, which is a login page, profile page. So we actually tell Django that they should look in the templates folder. So we can now create a high level templates folder right here. So inside the templates folder, we will have our login page, login.html, and the profile page, profile.html. So these things you need to do. Just create a templates folder, just create login.html, profile.html, and now in the settings.py, we simply tell Django that we already created this templates folder. So just look right here. After this, what we need to do, we need to install the app. So every Django project consists of different apps, as you all know. We can also create our custom apps as well. If you have a really large project, if you can split your functionality into different apps. So for this module that we installed right here for integrating the Google login, there is one app that we need to just, in single quotes, you just need to say social underscore Django. So this is actually the name of that app that we installed. So social underscore Django. So simply add this inside this installed apps array. And also inside middleware array, we also need to add one more middleware, which is a built-in middleware, social Django dot middleware dot social auth exception middleware. So this is the thing, guys. Basically, we have added this middleware, social Django middleware. So this is the name of the middleware. So we have added this also. So after this, just go to the bottom of the file, and here we need to add some settings for our plugin. So we are basically adding the settings for OAuth2 Google login plugin that we installed. So the first setting is authentication backends. So we just need to add this. This will be actually an object. Sorry, this will be an parentheses right here, and here we need to add two backends, social core backends dot google. So you just need to copy paste the same code that, guys, that I'm doing right here. So these is actually the authentication backends which is required for integrating the Google login. And secondly, we have the Django contrib.auth.backends.model backend. That's all. So these are the two authentication backends that we actually have added at the top. So this is required. And then after this, we need to ask some constants. First constant here will be social auth Google OAuth2 key. So this will be actually the client ID and the client secret that you will get from Google Cloud Console. And then social underscore auth Google OAuth2 secret. So these are the two different values, guys, that you will get once you sign up on Google Cloud Console and create a project here and get your credentials. So which is actually, this is client ID that you will get, and this is client secret. I will tell you step by step how to get this information. And then we need to provide the redirect URI, social auth. So as I already told you guys, in Django, you don't need to build everything from scratch. It's a high level framework, so that's why everything is built. Some features are already built in Django, so that's why it's a high level framework, and it's very easy to integrate Google login. So you just need to put these constants, social auth Google OAuth2 scope. So here you need to provide which scope that you are requesting from Google. So we need the email of the user, so I will simply type array email first and then the profile. So we do need these two things. First is the actual email of the user, secondly we need the profile, which includes the display name, email address, everything. So this is actually the scope. And then we need our redirect URI, social auth URL underscore namespace, and here you will simply tell social. And just after you provide this secret, and here we also need to have social auth. So these constant that we are naming right here, guys, this needs to be same. We can't change the name of the variable, so this needs to be named like this only. You can't change the name of these constants. So social auth Google, OAuth2, and redirect URI. So the redirect URI is actually the thing whenever you grant access to your Google account, so Google will redirect to which URL. So this URL is constant, you don't need to change this value, so just note down this value. Localhost, the port number we will start here 8001. I will pick 8001 slash auth slash complete slash Google dash OAuth2. So this same redirect URI we will be providing in Google Cloud Console as well. So I will simply note down this, simply copy this as well, simply copy this. So one last thing you also need to do, login underscore URL. This constant you need to put this value to be slash login. That's all. That's all that we need to do, guys. Now we need to get these client ID, client secret from Google Cloud Console. So I will simply go to Google Cloud Console and simply get these values from the dashboard. So go to Cloud Console and you should have an account here. It's completely free. You don't need to pay any sort of money right here. It's completely free. After you create a project, go to APIs and services, go to credentials, and right here you need to create a client ID. So simply click on this button, create credentials, and go to OAuth client ID, and right here you need to just enter this information, which is application type is web application, we are developing web application, and then authorized JavaScript origins. This is actually the home page address. So we will simply paste HTTP localhost followed by the port number. So we are developing it on 8001. So this is actually the full address of the home page. You don't need a trailing slash, so you can eliminate that. This will look something like this. So copy this, and in the authorized redirect URI, so we'll simply paste the complete redirect URI that we are using it, slash auth slash complete OAuth2. So this will remain the same. So simply copy this also, and then click on create. So now it will give you your client ID and client secret. So this will be different for you. So don't copy my client ID and client secret. So simply copy this and go to here, paste it right here. And similarly get the client secret and paste it. That's all. So this is all the setup is complete, guys, for setting up this plugin. Now we go close the settings.py file, and now we will go to the file called as urls.py. So all the things are done, guys, in a very systematic way in Django. As I had already told you, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Everything is built in Django, all the features, built-in features. So urls.py is the actual file which corresponds to all the routes that are used inside your application, such as the home page. Whenever someone goes to the home page, whenever someone goes to any route, so which page will be opening. So this file is responsible for that. So right here in this file, what we need to do, we need to add some patterns right here. So one such pattern we need to write is path. We're using the path module right here. We have imported it. You will see already Django has imported that for us. So once someone goes to this path auth slash, we need to include the built-in package. So this include, we need to import it. So from, just put a comma and include this. We need to include this package, which is social underscore Django dot URLs. So we are importing this, and in the second argument you need to provide this namespace, which is actually called as social. That's all. We have put this. So this is required for integrating Google login. This is actually the package that we have installed. So we have included their path. This is actual, all the routes will go which containing slash auth, which it will correspond to the social Django.urls. So secondly, when someone goes to the login page, what we need to do right here, login slash. So we need to load a template. For loading the template, we need to import this from Django.views.generic. We need to import first of all the redirect view and the template view. So these two things are built in Django. So whenever you want to redirect someone to a different page, then this redirect view will come into the picture, and whenever you need to load a template, whenever someone goes to any route, this will come into the picture. So we'll use this template view right here to actually load the login template right here. So we'll use template view, and it actually contains a method which is as view, and here we will loading this template. So we need to give it the template name as an argument right here. This will be login.html. So it is actually located in the templates folder that you see right here. So by default, all the templates is located in the templates folder. We have configured this setting early on. By going to dev here, you will see that. So everything is systematic in Django. So it will look for this template in the templates folder, which is login.html. And in the second argument, you also need to provide the name parameter. So name, you can give it login, put a comma. So if you just restart your application, by default it will automatically get restarted. So python manage.py run server, and we will be running it on 8001. So if you go to if I just put something in the login page, I see here, just put h1 right here. This is the login page. So if I go to localhost 8001, if I go to /login, so now you will basically see it will actually show me the login page 8001/login. So now this route is opening, this template right here. This is the login page. So in this way, guys, you can actually correspond to any route. You can load any template by using this method template view as view. Give it a template name. So by default, it will look into the templates folder and will load this template in Django. So it's very easy. So now in the same manner, we will also be making this route for the login page. For the profile page. So after you authenticate it, we will be showing the profile of the user. This will be protected route. So we will make sure that the authenticated users must only be viewing the profile page. So there is a decorator in Django that you can use. It's a built-in decorator. For this, we need to import from Django and contrib. It is located in auth.decorators, and this is a built-in decorator which is login_required. So by the name itself, you must be authenticated, you must be logged in before you access the page. So we will simply pass this decorator right here. We will simply write here, say here, which is login required. So I think /account/profile. Okay, this is /account/profile, and here we need to put this decorator right here in between, login required, and then if the user is authenticated, then only load this view as view. So we need to give it the profile.html, and then we need to give the name parameter in the second argument, which is profile. So this line pretty much sums up all the process, guys. First of all, it is checking whether the user is logged in. If the user is logged in, then only it is showing the profile.html. So this profile.html is located in the templates folder. You will see that. So this is meant by this. So it's only a one-line code, but it's doing a lot of job at the same time. So this is the power of Django. You write very less code, but that less code means a lot. So in the same way, if I just refresh now, go to this route here. If I try to access this route, /accounts/profile, I can't access it. You can see I can't access it. It will redirect me to this site can't be reached. So you can't access that route. You must be authenticated. So it is preventing us. That's exactly what we want. And also we also need first of all, let me just make the login page. So just go to login.html. We will start building this. So for building this UI, we will be using Tailwind CSS. So simply paste the after the title CDN of Tailwind CSS. And right here, we will be having a simple login page. So we'll be giving all these classes, Tailwind classes. So these are all the Tailwind classes that you see right here. So right here, we will simply have a button right here which says login. So we'll basically say text to Excel, font bold, MB4. So after this, this is not necessary. I am just styling it for the UI to look good, but for this tutorial, it is not necessary that you use Tailwind CSS. It's just for styling purposes. So right here, we will simply have this login with Google button, and so the href will be dynamic. It will simply have curly brackets, and right here percentage signs URL, and right in single quotes we just need to write here social begin. This needs to be same, but I'm writing here, you need to write it, and again in single quotes Google OAuth2, and then close that, percentage sign. That's all. So right here we just need to give some classes. These are all Tailwind classes. So simply so if I just refresh here, if I navigate to localhost 8001/login, so just restart your server. Just wait, I think I made a mistake right here in path. So all the source code is given, guys, in the description. You can directly purchase it. So I think right here I made a mistake right here. We paste the correct one. It's a slight modification that we done. It's now you can see as I navigate to it, it is showing me the login page. There is a button right here, login with Google. So all these styling is done using Tailwind CSS. So there was slight typo mistake right here in this line, so that's why it was not working. So now you can see if I go to localhost 8001/login, if I click this button, it is saying to me that backend not found, which is these patterns are not found. So right here in the urls.py file, we need to write all the patterns that we are missing. So we need to write those missing patterns. Guys, there was just a very silly mistake that I done inside this login.html file. That's why you are actually seeing this issue. If I navigate to localhost 8001/login, and if you just click this button login with Google, you will see this issue that backend not found. This is coming because I just made a silly mistake right here in login.html, and this backend is simply login OAuth2, not auth2. Just make the slight modification right here. Just write this O OAuth2. This is the mistake that I done. So just write this O right here. So after you do this, this error will go away, but now a different error will come, and I will show you the solution to this problem. Once again, if you navigate to localhost 8001 and go to the login page /login and click this button, now a different error will come right here. No such table, Django underscore session. So this package that we installed, which is this package Django social auth app Django, this needs to actually create this session table, because we will be storing the user information in the session. That's why whenever we close the browser and again reopen it, it will automatically detect that whether we are logged in or not. So for creating those tables, we need to run the migrations. So there is a command right here in Django. You can run right here Django admin run, or we can simply write, say, this is actually the command python manage.py migrate. This is a command. So python manage.py, we are again calling this file which is manage.py. This time there is a command which is migrate. So by default it uses the SQLite database that you see right here. SQLite database it uses, and it will actually create all the tables, migration tables for the session information inside this database. Python manage.py migrate. So if you run this command, it will actually create all these tables which are necessarily required for integrating social login. So now everything is gone okay. Now you can actually run the back of our application, and there will be no error which will be there. If I navigate to login page, click on that, and I will be redirected to my consent screen, guys, where I can actually select my Google account and grant the permission. So as I select my Google account, you need to simply allow these permissions. Simply click on continue. So now it will actually redirect me to this page. If you see localhost 8001/accounts/profile. So now the user is authenticated. Now it actually redirects me to this page, this route that we configured inside this urls.py file. If I show you urls.py file, so if the user is authenticated, then only show this. So login underscore required, this decorator is actually using this functionality, and now when the user is authenticated, we are actually showing this profile.html. If I just show, this is actually the profile page. This is the profile page. So here we will be displaying the email display name of the user. For the time being, simply you will see that. So if I now close this, again reopen it, localhost 8001. So again it is basically navigating to the login page. So this is a problem, guys, we need to fix, because we should automatically detect that the user is already logged in. We don't need to log in again and again. So now to fix this, it's very easy. Go to urls.py file once again, and here we need to simply write a route, which will be very much easy. We need to simply detect that the user is logged in, so we don't need to redirect them to the login page. For doing that, there is one line of code that you need to write right here. So this line is basically path. Again, we'll use the path module, and here will be the first argument will be empty. So this signifies the home page. So here we are simply redirecting. If you are going to the home page, we are actually redirecting you to the as view pattern name. We need to provide the pattern name right here, pattern name profile, and here we need to say permanent, and there is this option that we need to configure, which is, I will explain you the code, guys, just write it. Permanent is false, and then in the second argument you need to give it the name. Name will be here home. So this will actually, we are configuring it for the home page. So if you actually navigate to the home page, we are redirecting them to the profile page because they are already logged in. So this actually, what this code is actually doing, it is actually redirecting the user, authenticated user, to profile page based upon whether they are logged in or not. So if they are logged in, we will be redirecting to the profile page. So if I just now refresh, if I go to the home page, localhost 8001, now you can see that it is automatically redirecting me to the home page. If I'm just navigating to the localhost 8001. So you can now see it is no longer redirecting me to the login page. I can still go to the login page, but if I just open the home page, you will see that I am redirected back to the profile page. So that's exactly what we want, guys. And now what we need to do, after we do this, we need to go to the profile.html, and here we need to display the details of the user. We need the email address and the display name. So just after the title, paste the CDN for Tailwind CSS. Again, we will use the Tailwind CSS for displaying information. So it is not necessary, guys, for this tutorial, as I already told you. I'm just doing it so that the UI looks great. These are all Tailwind classes. So this makes it easy for not writing custom CSS, and we can simply have a h1 tag right here. Text to Excel, font will be bold, shadow, it will also have a shadow, max width on medium devices, and width will be full. So inside this, we will simply say to the user, I will simply copy this right here. I don't want to write custom CSS, it's very hard. So right here, we will have two information right here to show to the user, which is the username. So in double curly brackets, we just write user.username. So this is actually the display name. The second information we will be displaying, which will be email, which will be user.email. I will simply say welcome message. So we will be welcoming the user. If I just refresh now, guys, you will see the user profile, welcome. This is the display name geekygautam1997, and this is the email address geekygautam1997@gmail.com. So we are actually displaying this, and it needs to be wrapped in. I forgot to do this in the div tab right here. So just right here, you need to wrap everything in this div tag. So wrap everything. Just format. So everything is now shown in a card like structure. You will see that. So it is looking good. And after you have a simple form, which will actually, again we'll write this code. It will actually go to this URL, logout, in single quotes, and just, this is the syntax, and here in method, here will be post, and you must have a CSRF token. This is for security purposes. So here we will have a simple button of logout. So if you just say there will be this logout button, no reverse match at accounts profile. Reverse, you can actually see that this logout that we written is not found. So now we need to actually make this route in the urls.py file. So every route that you see, basically, guys, we need to just configure it in the urls.py file. So just go to urls.py file, and for the logout functionality, it's very easy. We just need to write here, just before accounts profile, just write for the logout as well functionality. So whenever someone goes to the logout functionality, we just need to say we need to import the logout view, which is also a built-in view in Django. If you see, we have a built-in view which for the logout as well. So logout view, redirect view, I think we imported that. Redirect view. So logout view is, we are using it. It actually contains a method. Next page. So here we need to just load the login page. So we are simply telling login, go to the login page. So whenever someone log out, just go to the login page. So here we need to give it the name parameter. So just after this, the second parameter, which is the name parameter. That's all. So if you just refresh now, just need to restart. I think there is some kind of syntax error which is there in this line. I think, let me see. Let me fix it. Oh sorry, we forgot to put a comma. So just put a comma right here. We forgot to put it. That's all is there. If you just refresh now, if I click logout, I will be redirected back to the login page. So that you can see that, guys. If I again log in with Google, I will be showing to the profile page. Here we can see the details. If I just close the browser once again, open the same page, localhost 8001, I will navigate. If you just go to the home page, you will see it will redirect me to the profile page because it automatically detect that I'm already logged in. So this you can do for any user, guys. If you're doing it for the very first time, you do need to select your account. If you click login with Google, you need to select your account, grant permission. Once you grant permission, you will see your details right here. So this is a Django user authentication, guys, Google login that we configured step by step. All the source code is given in the description of the video. You can directly purchase it from my website procodestore.com. You will actually get a zip file. So the full source code is given with full documentation and support. So if I close this browser, once again open it, go to the home page 8001. So it will redirect me to the profile page. You will see that. So this is because we already, the session table is created in, it is present in this db.sqlite. It is actually getting this information that the user is already logged in. So that's why it is showing the profile page. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video step by step. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Until then, thank you very much.